Hello and good afternoon. You now welcome to our day's first bulletin, NTV at 1. And here we look at the headlines first.
Justice Bat Katurebe appointed Chief Justice. And celebrating sacrifice. 4 ordinary women receive awards for their extraordinary work. And the U.S. ambassador to South Korea taken into surgery following a knife attack.
Welcome once again. My name is Malcolm Sim and this is NTV at 1. President Museveni has appointed Justice Bat Katurebe as the Chief Justice of Uganda. He will be deputized by Justice Stephen Kavuma. The announcement comes after nearly 2 years of the office being vacant following the retirement of Justice Benjamin Odoki. The government spokesperson Ofono Pondo spoke to NTV.
Well, the President has this morning, in accordance with the Constitution, provisions of the Constitution, appointed a new Chief Justice, Supreme Court Judge, Justice Bat Katurebe, Bat Magunda Katurebe, who, as everybody knows, was previously Attorney General. In the same vein, the President has appointed Court of Appeal Justice, Justice Stephen Kavuma, who has been acting Chief Justice, as the new Deputy Chief Justice, substantial Deputy Chief Justice. And shortly the names will be forwarded to the Speaker of Parliament to convene the Parliamentary Appointments Committee for approval. We think the profiles of these two justices speak for themselves, and therefore we don't expect any other issues with members of Parliament. This also brings to conclusion the running dispute between the executive and part of the legal fraternity. The delay to appoint the Chief Justice and the Deputy Chief Justice was mainly occasioned by the fact that the President had received advice, but also lawyers had gone to court to stop the process, and the President couldn't do otherwise. Yes.
But Magunda Katurebe had a career in politics where he served as Attorney General in the early days of President Yoweri Museveni's government. He later retired into private legal practices and, along with colleagues, founded Kampala Associated Advocates as one of the leading law firms in the country. But the 65-year-old had to leave private practice when President Museveni again appointed him a Justice of the Court of Appeal in 2005. Justice Katurebe was elevated to the Supreme Court when other colleagues retired, and he became most senior justice in the highest court in the land when former Chief Justice Benjamin Odoki retired in June of 2013. Justice Katurebe was nominated by the Judicial Service Commission to replace him, but President Museveni never approved the proposal until Thursday, when it emerged that he had been appointed Chief Justice, finally replacing Benjamin Odoki. Is there of the appointment of the new Chief Justice, and in the studio with me right now is seasoned lawyer Nicholas Opio. You're very welcome, Nicholas. You are the people that have been, advocating for this to happen, and at the forefront of making sure that the country gets a Chief Justice. A lot has been said, but anyway, let's go straight. But you're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
Good. So straight now to the point. What would you expect? What do you expect about Justice Katurebe to bring into play?
Well, first of all, to congratulate him for the appointment, and to just state that the legal fraternity, I think everybody is elated, because there's been a running dispute between the members of the Law Society and the executive on the non-appointment of a substantive Chief Justice. That the appointment has been made, we've got to thank the President he's been brave enough to go back on his word. Remember that he had refused to appoint Bart in preference for Justice Benjamin Odoke. So it's brave to go back on your own word and appoint the person that everybody else wanted to be appointed. And I think that is excellent. What we do expect from Bart immediately now is to rebuild the broken relationships between members of the bar and members of the bench. But also importantly, to resolve the crisis within the judiciary and bring the house to order.
And what has been the role of the Judicial Service Commission in this? Because I know they have been at the forefront of, they've been at the forefront as well. What has been the role of the Judicial Service Commission in helping the president come up with this?
The Service Commission is the one that appoints or recommends names for appointments to the president. The Commission has been very firm on their recommendation of Justice Bart as substantive Chief Justice. Remember that the advice of the Attorney General, who has now been dropped, was the one responsible for this mess, because the Service Commission had been very firm and very clear that their preferred choice for Chief Justice would be Justice Bart Katurebe. So the Service Commission has been firm, and they are the ones who vetted these judges, they conducted the interviews, and finally made the final recommendation, and from amongst which then Bart has now been appointed. But it also underscores the role of the former Attorney General, who was, besides being a member of the Service Commission, oftentimes, after agreeing on a position at the Service Commission, went out of his way to give the President a contrary advice. And that advice, now we know, thanks to a court judgment, was completely wrong, erroneous, incompetent, and then therefore that the appointment is being made after he has just been dropped, for us in the law society, speaks of just how right we are. We feel vindicated by this appointment.
By this appointment. Yep. Okay, and how had the absence of the Chief Justice affected judicial issues?
The Chief Justice is the chairperson of the Rules Committee. The Rules Committee of the Courts of Judicature is that committee that is supposed to develop rules for the smooth administration of justice in Uganda. For the past 2 years, the Rules Committee was unable to sit, unable to pass any regulations, regulations that have been passed that should have a force of law, such as the sentencing guidelines and the plea bargaining rules, were simply guidelines. They couldn't have a force of law because there was no Chief Justice to chair the Rules Committee. There's also been a lot of salient undercurrent within the courts of judicature arising from the absence of a Chief Justice. There was no sense of order at the Supreme Court, and I think that is now what has been resolved by this appointment.
Yeah, and of course, and what's your reaction now to the acting Deputy Justice Stephen Kavuma being confirmed as finally as Deputy Chief Justice?
Well, he hasn't got many friends, but nonetheless, that said,
what do you mean he doesn't have many friends?
I mean, he's been a very controversial figure in the jurisprudence of this country. A lot of cases that have been handled. There have been lots of accusations. No one single judge has been at the forefront of accusations from members of the bar, but also from members of the bench, more than the last 5 years. But that said, the appointment has been made. He's now the substantive Deputy Chief Justice. We all have to work with him and hope that he will respect the authority of the Chief Justice, because we now know for a fact that he was also angling to be the Chief Justice. So congratulations to him. We hope that he will now get down to work and resolve the broken relationship between the bar and the bench, but also restore public confidence in judicial processes. Yeah,
and of course many have praised, have congratulated now, and a few eminent people are saying he's a fighter, he's a man who knows how to stand firm on his decisions. I don't know, what do you think of him back in the law society? Is that the same that people back in the corporate sector think?
I think that Justice Bart Katurebe epitomizes credibility in the judicial service. For the long years he served both as a private advocate but also as Attorney General. He has demonstrated independence. He has demonstrated that he follows the law, not the politics. And I think that his appointment was long overdue. I think that his character as a person, his straightforwardness, is what will restore our confidence in the justice system of this country.
Thank you very much, Nicholas Opiyo, for breaking down that for us. Nicholas Opiyo is a prominent lawyer in here, and looking at the appointment of the new Chief Justice, but you could also go on Twitter. This is what's trending today, and look at what some reactions are. We'll be getting back to you with some of these just after the break in this newscast. But ordinary women doing extraordinary acts at personal risks, you know, to spatially uplift the they serve, have been celebrated by the U.S. mission in Uganda in partnership with the Women's International Cross-Cultural Exchange. And Winnie Nakalema, a nurse from Kitovu Hospital, Colonel Rebecca Mpagi of the UPDF, Justice Lydia Mugambi, a judge at the High Court, and Donata Kamuhanji, who has helped economically empower many people living with HIV and AIDS, received recognition for their efforts. The event was held here in Kampala.
Nobody said it was easy.
We believe that people should live lives of dignity and productivity within their countries, that they should have their voices heard, that they should live in security, that they should grow as a community and as a nation to be strong and to be healthy and to support each other. And these women, each in their own way, has done that for their nation. As I said, I've got permission from the General to hug her girl and Donata. The women we honor have demonstrated exceptional courage, strength, and leadership in the areas of governance and human rights, economic development, health, and peace and security.
Who are transforming their communities with little or no acknowledgement. Women who are not deterred by the complex inequalities in their communities. Women who give all, saving and changing lives with no expectations of reward.
The struggles are many, the challenges are many, but we keep the struggle and we work within the struggle and we keep going unstoppable.
For the last 28 years, I've been helping these mothers. I feel that I have to help these mothers because they are suffering. Why should they suffer when we are there to help them?
It is so important, especially for people like women who are always taken for granted. Whatever they do, they say that is their role anyway. So for them to be recognized is really wonderful.
The American ambassadors say that there is need for equality to exist amongst the men and the women, even if it's so challenging to achieve in so short a time. And besides, if women's rights are recognized, even the men will be successful.
Yet we still hesitate to empower these same women to lead and to create, to challenge, or to achieve. Why is that?
The weak link in Africa's development is the men. If we could do something about our men, Africa would be much further ahead than Asia. But our men are still pampered. They still don't want to take responsibility.
The Court of Appeal has rescheduled the hearing of an appeal by government through Kampala Capital City Authority that seeks to block Lord Mayor Erias Lukwago's return to office. Lukwago has been out of office for over a year following voting by councillors after a tribunal that found him guilty of abuse of office and incompetence. And according to the Deputy Registrar Court of Appeal, one of the justices in conduct of the matter was not available.
Lukwago arrived at the Court of Appeal at exactly 9 a.m. The hearing could not proceed.
It's President Museveni who is behind all these games. I know that. The intention is to break our backs. The reason. He wants to crack the whip. He wants to demonstrate to the public and the world that, look here, these people have been totally crushed. I, for one, and the entire legal team, we are determined. We are soldiering on, we are moving on, we shall keep on the fight.
According to his lead counsel, Medali Lubega Segona, they were surprised that the court registrar did not inform until today.
We filed an affidavit in reply, and we are here. And when we got here, went before the same panel, we were informed that the case has never been placed before them. So we walked out.
They also complained that they were not aware of any justice who could be unavailable.
Sorry, from the registry, of this court informing us that one of the 3 judges, who is not mentioned, is not available at the station, and therefore our case has been decause listed.
And I know they are up to a sinister motive, because they must be plotting something sinister as we talk right now. We shall expose them.
Lukwago also hinted on the ongoing negotiations between the opposition and the government on his return, which he says have taken so long.
Initially, they talked of reopening the office not later than Feb. Now we are already in March. The office is still under lock and key, and they are still dragging on. They are still dragging their feet. They are still engaging us in ping pong, engaging us in hide and seek. We are tired of this.
The Supreme Court had also ruled that Lukwago should continue to stay out of KCCA until his petition challenging the same is heard and disposed of. Ivan Chimurichigozi, NTV at 1.
These commercials, we come back with more stories that are making headlines this afternoon.
This is for the magicians, the ones who make sure you fresh and clean all day long. Magic that appeals to our senses. Magic that makes a big job easy and fun. Feel the magic of All Day Fresh Clean.
Another day natural jungle. It's man eat man. Listen, the sound of bustling business, the sound of a new member in the family. It's a real jungle out here. To make it in this financial jungle, you need an ally who's bigger, better, and stronger, whose power, presence, and influence is felt across the region. Welcome to the new ICEA Group, your one-stop shop for all your insurance, pensions, and investment solutions.
Mama used to tell me that it's knowledge and experience that makes one's life better. And I now have both. So my life is good, really good. And I owe it all to Mom. To thank her for everything that I am, I found some friendly people with know-how and experience to help make her life better. Which they did with know-how, quality products, and excellent service. You too should meet my friends, Davis and Shirtliff. They have the know-how and experience to make your life better too. Davis and Shirtliff, improving people's lives.
On the next episode...
I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. Come on and let me sneak you out.
This week on the Kids Talent Search.
0-0, Anita. 0 this time. First thing, 0 to now.
And it goes a little something like this.
Go ahead, move your feet just like this. Then he showed me the latest. We walk over them haters. Now what you do, man, Azonto, Azonto, Azonto. Now watch me do my Azonto.
Welcome back to NTV at 1. Reactions now online, and this is what's trending about the appointment of the new Chief Justice. Bernard Tabaire goes on to say Katurebe's appointment as Chief Justice of Uganda is widely welcomed. What are his positives? That's his question that would have probably put to Nick. And Lydia Cooper here says, finally the era of impunity has ended. Acting Chief Justice, she says, now we can say the judiciary is properly constituted. And Elson Karuhanga says, His Excellency the President nominates Honorable Justice, Honorable Batka Ture, Mr. Justice Honorable Batka Ture as the next CJ of Uganda. An excellent choice of an excellent judge. We'll give you more of this on Twitter. Now, moving on, the United Nations Industrial Development Organization says its $16 million assistance on the Uganda country program will benefit players in agribusiness. Dr. Bruno Otto, the head of the country operations, says that sustainable enterprises with forward and backward linkages will be the key beneficiaries for this facility. He was speaking on the sidelines of a meeting on sustainable development for industry through academia private sector collaboration in Kampala. Otto added that qualifying entities should have attained certification on standards.
The challenge we have to do is really, one, is to ensure that the value addition we do, that our products are marketable, they are competitive, that they conform to standards, they conform to regional standards, they conform to international standards, so that they are not only traded internally, but they're also exported. So I think this is really where the emphasis is. Once we can achieve that, I think we are on the right track.
And to share our vision, the one that we co-developing with our partners here in Makerere University. Their cluster program is an inspiration. We're looking to learn a lot from them to take back to our own businesses, our small businesses in Wales. Very similar countries, very similar economic base of small and medium-sized enterprises.
We feel that as SMEs, as medium industries as well as large industries, these are some of the case scenarios and examples that are being shown from countries such as the EU and Wales in particular, that we feel that we can as well adapt and implement locally in Uganda.
And that brings us to the end of NTV at 1 for this afternoon. But just before I go, we will leave you with the profile of the new Chief Justice, Bart Katurebe.
NTV, turning on your world.
Thank you.
bino ebifo by'omupiira ebifo by'okukisaawe tebakikulamira tosikisikira nti Tata wa Isma bwe yali alama yagamba bwe ndivangawo Isma yalibeerawo kyobola
bageza kuwange
agereze kugwe kati teyalama nti David yali nsikira kyobola nti season etandika nga Voice season yali mu goal n'avaayo Ospina najja mu mbeera bwogera tutya tiimu nga Liverpool kwa paka December nga 26 yatali mu mpira gwo gwansooka paka timwali wali asamba kyoloza muti Gabriel Paulus abanga akoze omulimu mu baka yase no kyusa wachi kuba kakiringa ekitereddemu ko Cupia yatadde ku pressure ngojeko gole ya Charlie Austin je baamize tebalabise obinyo nawo ku 2 emunti Cupia yadde nabikanti egenda kuteeba gole yokubiri oloza mu konti ebera kasiki olumifaanana ebera ku mbaga kuba embaga ya baraza ekiro ntikati tweza gamba nti ebyali kasiki tetujja
embaga ejja kuba yanjawulo ejja kuba yanjawulo n'embaga naye Arsenal okuwangula ndowooza okweyongera okulaba okuva kwogwo omupiira gwa Monaco nga bafuna obubonero obusatu ate nga tebasamba bulungi
naye ne fix yabadde nnungiko gye bali ng'ogyeko Man City kubanga yali mu Kongo omunene mu run yali Spurs yabakuba olaba yandibadde era tiimu ina byevuganyako era yeeyisa bwetyo gwate ozanya Leicester City ozanya Sunderland
evuganya ku kikyogamba
ekiri ekikopo
ekikopo kyayo kino tokimanyi omanyi kiri ekikopo yakyozaamu nefunayo ekyayo wane ekikopo ekito katuwumulemu abakulu bano bagenda kusengejja maaniyo yawanguddemu ku bwereere mweyo kale katuwumulemu tujje ku nsonga eyo
This is for the magicians, the ones who make sure you and I are fresh and clean all day long. Magic that appeals to our senses. Magic that makes a big job easy and fun. Feel the magic of All Day Fresh Clean.
Kyekitundu ekisembayo mikwano gyaffe mwebale goberera programu eno. Mani yo yawangudde Newcastle emu ku bwereere. Amawulire gasinze kusokoolayo Di Maria okuba nti teyalabise bulungi okufaananako ng'era bw'abadde emipiira ng'eneetaano egyakayita. Ne Mani yo tesamba nga ttiimu etalina kikopo kirala kyonna kigitaataaganya nnyo ng'ogyeko FA Cup gye bazannya once after ennaku nga 10 boolyawo n'okusingawo. Naye wini eno mugiraba mutya biki bye mwalabyemu ng'amaanyi n'obunafu obwa ttiimu zombi?
Louis Van Gaal ajja kugamba nti no yalabye fighting spirit tiimu erwanira result goal yaze mu dakika ya 89 Ashley Young wadde yabadde ensobi ku bbaka ya Newcastle ne Tim Krul mwennyini
Tim Krul n'ayeranga gundi
alinga yadde asuubira tiimu emu okuwangula naye Manchester wadde yabaddemu n'emipiira nga n'emikisa nga tennateba naddala okusinga ddala ogwo ogwa nze David mulimu ebintu bibiri oba ng'oggyeko goal ya Ashley Young gye yateebye ekisookera ddala simanyi Laina ne Refugee adde batunudde butagaba penalty Chris Smalling we yalinye Emmanuel Reveille mu box ekisookera ekyo ndooza wadde wenjawulo n'enyongo olaba nti omupiira gugenze nendoza mukoto kwa Refugee adde mugongo amuzanyi gwa Manchester United tajja giraba ekyokubiri ndooza
naye lwaki teyanywedde
ebuuzo ku Di Maria bingi bijja kweyongera olwokuba David here
yenjawulo
mpira gwe bawangudde season
naawo yataasiza ku Papis Demba Sisi
kubanga nti ekyokubiri nga Alan Tanagattako kye amalusu ndowooza nze nalabyeko Papi Demba Sisi yekka nga awandulira Johnny Evans nengenza okulaba
John Evans yasoose yadenga omanya abaana bato ani yasosonkereza munenga
kati oli yabaddamu wayikolaiza
era mu mateeka g'omupiira kigambibwa bw'owanda amalusu eri omuzannyi yenna omulala eba kaadi mmyufu ku kisaawe n'emipiira mukaaga naye Anthony Taylor teyagigabye eyo kaadi teyagigabye naye kigambibwa bwe banaddayo okutunuulira entambi bano abazannyi bombi bagenda bawera emipiira mukaaga
lwakuba ndowooza omanyani asinga okusubwa ajja kuba Newcastle. Papi Demba
tebalina nnyo bazanyi bangi bakuza mu maaso.
Tulowooza nti owamani ayinza okugamba nti leero John Evans abakubaamu naye wansi Newcastle kyawunya okuga nti sisa abakubaamu.
Ye kubombya ni yakuba 2 ennaku ezo.
Smalling
yakubako brace. Nolwekyo lyayinza okuga nti abakubaamu wano abadde abamazi.
Okutema baleme kulaba penalty eri gye baamaze okukola.
Era ate yakuba 2.
Yali asandoza n'ofuna hat-trick kuba Rooney yateeba penalty.
Rooney yamuma
penalty.
Yali ayagala. Kale abana tubatadde naye Di Maria lwaki ndiba yetetambula ne Malcolm abadde akitubuuza wano lwakuba nti nno fate kino Malcolm kyatamanyi nti fe kino kye tutunda kati yaba yadde ayagala tukimuweere wali ku bwereere naye kirungi ne tukimuweera wano. Di Maria ki kimuganyi okuvaayo obulungi?
Ekimu ku ebyo David ngenda tulinamu ebintu bibiri. Ekisookera ddala sirowooza nti Van Gaal amuwadde omukisa wa kusatu. Mu Madrid ali mugongo gwa Ronaldo
balese
Bale yaddakaawo alimu abo support player. Kati Manchester bwemuleeta ng'obuvunaanyizibwa alina ofuuka Ronaldo, alina ofuuka Messi, alina ofuuka ndowooza kati Liverpool omugugu gwetika Philippe Coutinho, alina ofuuka Zlatan Ibrahimovic nga buli kitiimu kyeyagala kitambulira ku ye. Ekyo kitwala obudde okukula okutuukawo. Naye nze kisinga obubi sirowooza nti Van Gaal amutadde mu mbeera emukkiriza okujja ekitono kye. Katuyinza kwanga omuzanyi ng'amaanyi ge tumanyi ekisinga misinde. Ensi yonna ekimanyi misinde. Kiringa gamba Beckham kato kuba cross basale. Ompira gwate gugwa mu dakika 3.
Ate ndowooza Dima
kubanga Fellaini mu ttiimu ya Man U yalinga plan B. Ekimu ku bigendererwa ebiguza Ander Herrera, Juan Mata, Di Maria nti omupiira bwe gusukka center mmwe abagulese mukomaawo. Bano be balina okulowooleza omupiira guno gugenda okutuuka kuba Falcao ba Van Persie ba Wayne Rooney no maaso nga guli wansi guli n'ebirowoozo ebyenjawulo. Naye bw'ojja ate mu maaso eno n'oteekayo Fellaini oba otumye pulaani by'okubeeramu nti ateetegereza bulungi nnyo Di Maria waali ajja kutuma omuwanvu omusajja akozesa obuwanvu bwe nga bafuna result. N'olwekyo ekyo kiyinza okutaataaganya omuvubuka. Ekyokubiri Di Maria akyagaanye okusalawo. Ayagala kuba wakkono, ayagala kukuba nga David Silva, ayagala kukuba nga Messi.
Waliwo abalinnyo mu ploti
kubanga ekyennaku togenda kusuubira cross gyo yakubye ku side ene ya ddyo wakkono. Tukimanyi bulungi nti Valencia bw'ayita ya musinga okuleeta cross ennungi. Era kyova olaba paasi z'obwedda azikuba nga zeenyoola endala nga ziralambala zigenda bweru. Nolwekyo simanyi ekyo kya mulimu gwa Van Gaal naye ndowooza Malcolm ensonga y'ogifunye. Wano tuba tugitunze butunzi. Osasudde by viewing. Ensonga eyo nga tugitadde tugendeko ku Anfield. Ngera bwe twavudde wano kano si ke kaseera aka banira okugenda ku Anfield. Naye fixture bwe yalagidde naye Lukaku ne bakuba tonneyo. Goolo zino zanywedde zitya era Coutinho yalabise kubanga Ismail alina obuzibu ne Coutinho nti wakuberayo match emu nga nkwafu. Eddako yagala mugobya migo. Leero yakubye eyokubiri nga ntuuka.
Ennaku zinaakola ebifaanagana era ndowooza gole
omulala ye musajja oyo
Jordan Henderson ayesa alina okukolera naye golo ya Henderson ndowooza kirungi okubeera mu form. Henderson n'ateeba goal n'akola ne pass. Actually nze bw'ombuuza gino empira nga tugimaze omuzannyi yasize okusamba jjo ye Henderson yateebyemu goal n'akolamu ne pass omupiira n'agwefuga yakoze n'emikisa emirala gye ndowooza Daniel Sturridge gy'ataatute mu first half naye tekyakozesa Liverpool bwaba nga basambye emipiira emyangu gye beefuze season eno guno gwe gumu ku jjo tebalabise balina pressure tebalabise kuba nti no Burnley ne n'omukisa dakika zonna zonna ekyenda kyekimu ku ebizibu bya Liverpool ebisinga okuzanya ku zino ttiimu ennafu tekikoze bulungi nnyo.
Spurs nayo yazanye era Spurs yazanye ne Swansea. Omanyi Swansea yebadde evaako eri wansi ebadde ejja mpolampola ng'eyiye ebintu byayo naye Spurs yasoose n'okulaga mu ttiimu zino zonna ezazanye match 7 yasoose n'okuteeba
dakiika 7 na Sachadli n'abatebera gole yasoose.
Ekitegeeza bazze no ngawulira obuvunaanyizibwa balina okujjamu hangover ya Cup to One Cup,
hangover ya Fiorentina
mpozi ne Fiorentina
mu UEFA Europa League naye gole bwe yamaze okujja ate omuzannyi Bafetimbi Gomis n'agwa ku kisaawe.
Era ndowooza munene Bungereza
yasinze ne result ya Spurs okuba Swansea goals 3-2. Naye guno gwe badde mulundi gw'ogwokusatu ng'agwa ku kisaawe nga
bukyanga atandika osamba omupiira ekimu ekyenayinsa nti yalwala alina obulwadde obwa low blood pressure naye lwakuba endowooza yamanyi yasabye n'abasawo ba Swansea naye abazungu eyo tebateekinga chance ku bulamu ndowooza kufe David
waliwo n'omusambi omu gwe sigenda kwogera wano walinnya mu Uganda omusawo yamuwumuza emyezi 3 naye nawe sini yalaba ng'akuba nawo kakati wano mpumula kyemyezi
3 kati ekyo Gomez yajiddwa mbyampaka sawo baganye naye result enenya okutimya Tottenham
ateeka ku gyatadde omulala gwendowooza atanaweza Christian Eriksen naye alina okulabika ennyo
naye balondamu emipiira
asambye ennyo ndowooza goolo ziyinza obutawera lwakuba nagamba yakubeera ya 2 guno bawangudde nnyo nti olaba Eriksen
nze gwe mmanyi alina okwongera kwongera Kenya ndowooza Eric Lamela kuba n'abazannyi bonna kuba Eriksen alonda emipiira Harry Kane omulaba mugisinga kuba egyo gya 2 mbw'atawa Harry Kane aba Eriksen bakyusaganya bwe batyo naye Spurs okuddamu okuwangula nga bayitamu ne ku bazannyi abalala kubagana amakati ge gasinga okukyuka ndowooza Townsend watasambye Chadley asambawo Ryan Mason n'abalala bangi nnyo okuwangula 3-2 ndowooza Pochettino waali alina okuba nga ali ku mazzi
eyannemwa omulimu gw'enkalakalira gw'alina mu ttiimu ya Spurs kuba match neggwa nga tolina ky'omubuuzizza nti lwaki babakubye.
Okay, we have released it, so it's good. Still in the science lab, many people around here, and guess what? I'm here with a bunch of scientists. I just want to know what exactly you're doing here. Hello, how are you?
Very fine.
What's your name?
Sechanzi Edwin.
So Sechanzi Edwin, are you a biologist or something?
Yeah, I'm a biologist.
Which class are you?
Senior 4.
What really inspired you to exhibit this?
Yeah, actually it is all about, we just want to inform the parents and other people concerned about the various food nutrients that are available in the various food, particular food types.
Okay.
We want to inform them how are their uses, how are they helpful to them, and all that sorts of things.
Oh, so I can see if I eat a mango, what do I get? If I eat tomatoes, what do I get? What's your name?
My name is Opuru Charles Race.
So what do you do here?
I'm an old student,
okay,
and yes, I have come back to volunteer and help with the organizing this event, basically.
Okay, so what does it really mean to you for Muyenga High to celebrate 20 years of existence?
Actually, Muyenga High being my... actually, Muyenga High is like a parent to me because I have been in Muyenga High since my primary, St. Barnabas from P5.
Okay.
I finished the primary section and joined the secondary section up to my senior 6. And when I finished, and actually the school was paying half of my school fees, so I'm really home. Muyenga High School is like home.
Exactly.
So that is how much it means to me.
I've seen very many activities going on. How do you really teach students to get interested in all these clubs?
We really teach them to appreciate what they are learning. For example, after teaching the theory in class, we go for practicals. You move around, you see exhibition of the different departments, art, sciences, clubs, everything around. So that's how they come to appreciate, because they can show their community what they are doing. And that's what they are ready to go and do in the community.
So amazing. But today I have a question. At what age do you think a teenager or a youth should begin working?
Honestly, according to our system in Uganda, it is basically like at 30 or plus, I mean above that. But then I think someone should start working at around 23. Because yes, I have friends outside who are studying in universities outside, and they will tell you they have 25-year-old professors. I mean, is that believable?
Oh no!
It is. Why? Because people there, since the education system is much better, I mean, people specialize very fast at a low age and things.
So I want you to advise teens out there. Do you think it is advisable for a teen to start working?
I think it is advisable. Why? Because book reading and a lot of studying during the term, and holiday is about resting. But then the resting the resting at times is not really resting because me, I'm a worker, I'm a busy person. When I go home and I say that I'm going to rest, I'll basically spend 3 hours at home and I'm already fed up with the rest, you know? And I always have to find something to do.
So do you think teenagers can balance both work and books?
Yes, because me, I've come to know that when some people work under pressure, it is actually when they deliver.
Exactly.
Yes. So teenagers can study and use the holiday to do something else apart from the books. So they can earn something, they can learn something, you know, that is away from the books. I mean, it helps.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as a mom, as a mother to all the teenagers there, so what do you think and at what age would you allow your child to start working?
I personally started working when I was 17, when I had just joined the university. So I don't think there is a particular age for work. Most of these laws are just laws that were designed so many years ago, because my child worked for me in a shop and I pay her even when she's 16. So I don't think 18 definition of an adult or 21 means it depends on a particular family, but most importantly, where is this child going to work? Because these days even kids mature before a certain age. You cannot describe childhood anymore with age. It's just on paper.
Jay, wasn't that amazing?
It was amazing. I'm so jealous you got to go.
It is really amazing. But viewers out there, I'm just giving you a question. How many years is your school celebrating?
Who knows? Who knows?
I would really want to find out.
We'll
As for my school, let me see, I think it's 22 years. Okay, I'm just guessing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so guys, feel free to go on our Facebook page and tell us how old your school is. And while you're there, don't forget that Teen Nation loves to come to all your events. So send us an inbox at our Facebook page, NTV Teen Nation, and we'll be sure to get back to you.
And but now, let's go for a short break and we'll be right back.
NTV, turning on your world.
Raina is a single mother who lives with her 4-year-old son Junior and her mum Lucima. She meets Theo, a cavalry officer, and they fall in love. Morena's fictitious job puts her in a line for auctioning by a group of wealthy and successful men. Morena refuses to accept her fate. She fights with her ill-fated companions, and on top of all this, Morena has to fight to regain Theo's love and trust. Brave woman. On the next episode.
Mambo vipi? Kanzibiro oli malida ngongera NTV. Music aina influence ninyo gyatadde mu theaters no ku lwaliro. Kyose katolo mu amabere nga atunyonya mu kubasajja abaludi mu industry eno. Pozi tulina ne banaffe about the obsessions nabo nga abagenze mu. Is Mary Potter pregnant? Kona ne NTV, Miles Ramit.
Alright guys, so it's now time for our What's Trending segment of the show, where we talk about everything concerning us in our world, from movies, music, events, celebrities, everything, right Sasha?
Exactly. And this is the best part of the show. I think I love this part.
I love it too.
Because I get to know what's trending exactly. The movies, the music. You know this thing when you get to everyone is like, do you know this song?
And then you know it.
And then you're blank. So I really love this show because teenagers out there really need it.
See, we've got you covered. And today we're going to be talking about the award seasons that have been bombarding Hollywood and us as well. We've covered everything from the Grammys to the Golden Globes. And today we're talking about the Oscars.
Oh, Joy, I didn't watch the Oscars.
Why didn't you watch the Oscars?
I don't know. I'm not a movie person.
Shame on you. Shame on you. But don't worry. Don't even mind her, guys. I got you covered. So winning Best Film of the Year was Birdman, this movie about an eccentric guy with so many problems that actually overtook Boyhood and The Theory of Everything.
Really?
Yeah. And The Theory of Everything also stars Eddie Redmayne, who won Best Actor, and he was also in Jupiter Ascending.
You know what? I'm not a movie person, but I think I would just love to watch that.
You'd love to watch it. You
Exactly,
see how much I got? You see how much information I have to put in my head for you guys?
I had to
convince you guys. So anyway, guys, without further ado, take a sneak peek of what happened at this year's Oscars.
Thank you. Thank you to the Academy. I don't think I'm capable of articulating quite how I feel right now, but please know this. I am fully aware that I am a lucky, lucky man. This Oscar... this Oscar... This belongs to all of those people around the world battling ALS. It belongs to one exceptional family, Stephen, Jane, Jonathan, and the Hawking children, and I will be its custodian, and I will promise you I will look after him. I will polish him, I will answer his beck and call, I will wait on him hand and foot, but I would not be here were it not for an extraordinary troop of people. My staggering partner in crime, Felicity Jones. My ferocious and yet incredibly kind director, James Marsh. Working title, Focus, Lee, Nina, and my ingenious team of Dallas, Josh, Jean, Jason, Alan, Carl, Brittany, and Carrie and Pip. Now, finally, please, this is so extraordinary. I just want to thank my family and you, Hannah, my wife. I love you so much. We have a new fella coming to share our apartment. Thank you.
So guys, the Oscars were amazing, but that's not the only event that happened this week. We also have the British Awards, don't we, Sasha?
Yes, I really love the British Awards because of what really happened. Guess what? Madonna trips on stage.
Can you
Isn't she
imagine?
really that old?
She's old though, so it's understandable. It's not like she's 20-something. The woman is 56 years old. I mean, it's bound to happen.
Yeah, yes, I'll side with you there because she's 56 and then she has the energy to perform on stage.
Yeah.
But she tripped. But the best part of it all, I like it when she tripped and then blended it in with the performance, you know?
You have to just brush it off.
Exactly.
Shake it off, right?
So the whole thing didn't really appear, though Taylor Swift was left in amazement.
Taylor
She was
Swift
like, oh my
and
God.
Carly Kloss. Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone would be. When Madonna trips on stage, that's a big deal.
But she's old. People should get used to that.
Crack the combination all on your own.
Pick yourself up and search for the light, hungry for a new start. It's your chance now to stand up and fight and take the next step now, a day at a time. Open up, everybody's waiting. From high above, feel the love. Open up your windows, let in the sun.
I wish I had the vision to say, call myself a visionary when I was calling myself a genius. I think that would have people would have liked that better. But hey.
Kanye West is arguably one of the most prolific and revolutionary artists of this century.
He is one of those beings that if he decides to go into an art form,
he's going to be great at it.
He's always thinking of what's next.
He's everything that he says he is.
His approach sets him apart just because he's not scared. He's not scared of failure.
He has built a career defined by creativity with no boundaries. Mastering every art form in music, he has never restrained the distance his creativity could go. As a musician, fashion designer, stage designer, graphic artist, and author.
As an innovator, he thinks of things a couple years before they might actually catch on. It's truly extraordinary seeing how his mind works.
My style of visionary is just a little bit more George Jefferson walk out of court, just a little bit more Pac, a little bit more Ali than...
Go through the things that he creates, and I think that he doesn't get enough credit for that.
Creativity is a fight. You can't be the kid in the back of the class with the black nail polish getting beat up at that point. You gotta smack the shit out of somebody to make sure that your idea comes all the way through.
When he works on a project, he raises the bar to a certain level in which everyone involved wants to at least compete and be close to the level he's at.
I would do it all anonymously if I could, if I didn't have to use my name in order to do it. You know, I just want to make dope stuff that people are like, wow, life is more awesome because this happened.
When he's thinking about a project, he's thinking about how it's going to affect people 50 years from now, when most people are just thinking about when the project is completed, you know, a couple months or maybe a year from now.
He's constantly taking thoughts and ideas and concepts that are new, haven't been seen, and just grabbing them from the future and just placing them in now.
It's not something that came because of the fame. The fame came because of his passion.
I don't care about somebody's ghost that they just bought. I don't care about somebody's house. I care about my vision. I care about breaking down boundaries. I care about being able to realize what it is I dream of.
Kanye continues to astonish us with his groundbreaking creations. His influences are evident in every aspect of pop culture. His vision, a constant evolution, inviting us in as he continues to change the world through creativity.
It's not a fluke, it's not luck. And he's done it all by just being himself.
I think his legacy will be about creating great art and passion and inspiring people through his greatness.
The short answer is he'll exist in the pantheon of artists who just gave it all.
In a sentence, Kanye West, a person that always pushes the boundaries, no matter what. Whether it's music, whether it's fashion, whether it's just being a human being. There's no limits.
I'm just here as a servant, you know, just to use my ability and my opportunity and my fight and my sword to, you know, to try to contribute to the world.
All right, well, moving away from the award scene for a while, a doctor in Italy called Sergio Canavero. Do you know what this guy's planning to do?
No, what's that?
He says in 2 years' time, he will be able to actually transplant a head from like a different person's body and put it on another one.
Really?
Yeah, to help the disabled, because you know there are people who are paralyzed from the neck down.
Do you think that's possible?
I do not think it's possible at all. This is such a huge...
I know. I don't think it's really
I don't
possible.
even know.
Transplant? People trying got to be good, huh?
A head to another person's body. I wonder how that would even work out.
I don't know. I think he has done a lot of experiments and practice.
Probably.
Something like that. So he thinks he can do this thing.
Trying something like that is very risky. I don't even know the person who would volunteer to do that.
Which people is he trying to help here?
He's trying to help the paraplegics, people who are paralyzed from the neck down, you know, people who have like no movement in their body, and they're going to transplant the head and the spinal cord to another person's body.
You know what, Joy? It sounds like a horror movie you're talking about.
It does, doesn't it?
Really, transplanting. Oh my God, that would be amazing. I would love to see that.
I don't know if I would love to see that. But anyway, Sergio, we wish you good luck in all of that.
Amen.
After a devastating health diagnosis and major spinal surgery resulting in paralysis from his waist down and confinement to a wheelchair, no one would have blamed orthopedic surgeon Ted Rummel if he had decided to retire and lead a low-key life. However, a year after his surgery, Dr. Rummel is seeing patients through Piper Spine Care and is on staff at Progress West Healthcare Center and Barnes Jewish St. Peter's Hospital.
I want you to keep it elevated, but I want you to move your fingers, okay?
He's back in the OR performing hand and elbow surgeries at Progress West once a week, navigating from an electronic wheelchair. Lisa Weindel, manager of surgical services at Progress West Healthcare Center, attributes his energy, willpower, grateful attitude, sense of humor, and determination to what helped Dr. Rummel through this adverse situation. Dr. Rummel overcame the odds, and it's remarkable. It says a lot about who he was before going through these life-changing events. Dr. Rummel is a true testament to the human spirit, and his passion for the quality of patient care is incredibly inspiring to the healthcare community.
So Sasha, what else do we have for our What's Trending segment?
Actually, what we have right now is this new social network. It's called We Heart It. Have you heard about it?
I have. I am an avid user. I like to think I'm one of the founders of the app. Guys, this app is so amazing.
It's really amazing. You guys should really try it out and check it out.
It's like Instagram, but without the captions. So if you don't really mind the captions of Instagram, always go to We Heart It. Always on there.
I should get there.
You should. You should. It's an amazing app, and it's really coming up. So guys, look out for that in the near few months, right?
And then you'll be some of the teenagers that are really trending.
Exactly. Routine Nation here has got you covered with all the trending topics. But that wraps it up for our What's Trending this week. Make sure to come back next week for more information on what's happening around the world.
NTV, turning on your world.
News Updates is brought to you by
Sutherland, color your world.
Keep the walls inside your house free of stains with vinyl silk emulsion from Sutherland.
Sutherland, color your world. Trusted and admired for generations.
This is for the magicians, the ones who make sure you and I are fresh and clean all day long. Magic that appeals to our senses. Magic that makes a big job easy and fun. Feel the magic of All Day Fresh Clean.
On the next episode.
To be a leader, and particularly a woman, means to be born in advance but to die before you are born.
I think that God is a woman. Because he gave all the strength and ability to survive in this world to a woman.
Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga, whenever she could go for campaigns, they could ask, who is your husband?
And if we fail to open the door, I hope that the women of the next generation will kick the door in.
Welcome back to the show. And today's movie is Furious 7. By the way, Joy, have you watched it?
How can I watch it? The movie doesn't come out till April.
Actually, guess what? I watched the previews Oh my God, I
You
can't
loved
wait
it.
to watch this movie.
That's good, that's good. But the thing is, I'm skeptical about the movie because Paul Walker is not in the whole movie. They actually got his brothers to play the parts.
If he looks like the brother, let me tell you something, the viewers will be contented.
Are you sure? Because
Yeah,
Paul
they'll be
Walker's death was kind of a big
contented
thing.
Because, you know, we all love to see a movie where there is the same face. If part 1 has the same face, then part 2 also has the same face. I think the viewers will be satisfied about the idea.
Well, I'm surely excited for the movie. Apparently Justin Bieber was supposed to be in it also, but something happened with that. But we won't get into all of that, guys. So guys, without further ado, let's take a look at the trailer for Furious 7.
All right, let's get to work. Hey, Roman, you freaking out? No. Yes, you are.
Can somebody just walk me through what we're supposed to be doing?
Justin, you didn't think it could get any better, huh?
Here we go.
Hell yeah! Oh,
Hook 'em up.
Brian, you're up.
I'm gonna get you out of here.
You're gonna have to jump.
Dominic Toretto, you don't know me. You're about to.
Looks like the sins of London have followed us home.
Remember Owen Shaw? This is his big bad brother.
We're being hunted. One last ride.
Get low when the whistle goes.
Now we talk.
Daddy's gotta go to work.
This is a world that doesn't play by your rules. And you and your friends are a part of it now.
I don't have friends. I got family.
I can't do it. I'm sorry I let y'all down. I'm sorry to let you down.
What?
Wow! I hate you, Dad!
So guys, it is now time for our top 3 music videos of this week. Sasha, start us off. What's our number 3 music video?
So now let's begin with our number 3, and our number 3 is Easy, Irene Talley and Chameleon. It's really amazing, and you guys should just watch out for it because Irene Talley has this sexy costume I love. She looks sexy in the video. Did you watch it?
I have watched the video, and I think it's really cute. It's a really nice video.
Amazing because Irene Talley brought out this teenage energy that a girl should have. I really love the video.
So it's perfect for Teen Nation. So guys, check out Irene Talley and Jose Chameleon with Easy.
This one not a ballad, on a bumeranga for tip black and white, ali mo color. I'm only mo go for your boy, yo, hi.
Squeeze it for me, girl. Wine it, are you whining for me, girl? Irene Talley with Chameleon, collaboration. Chameleon.
Easy, baby boy, take it easy. On waka, on your knees, bala, still easy. You got good seven, Mogulenko Tanzangulendagala. Madenku watchinga, no moving and I yet want to know us alive betty. Irene Talley, gonna be sick, anti-cale. Easy, baby boy, take it easy. On waka, on your knees, bala, still busy.
money in your pocket. Coulda fly to the moon in a rocket. Remember say easy does it. Whoa, nataka nipende pia Simba inapenda dia na mimi ya girl. I just how me call me the king. Walk with me baby, girl you know you're the queen. Mamutwe, mami de queenini. Ni Camellia, but you want to get a bullet panado. I really tell the Camellia that I don't know.
Easy, baby boy, take it easy. When you come on your knees, bala, easy.
What you look at, Kabakaganda, Era, Onins, and Gani, Romutanda, Oyao, Oyao, you know, love me no wonder.
Not a ballad, on a bumeranga fruit salad. Tip black and white, alimo color. I'm only mogo for your boy, you're hired. Madenku watching, and I get one to know you're salivating. Chameleon, Irene Tale, you know me sicky and Tale.
I love it. Me coulda put a bag of money in your pocket. Coulda fly to the moon in a rocket. Remember say easy does it. Whoa, Alumba Mutwe, Bamide Quinini. Camellia, but you want to get a bullet panado. I really tell the Camellia that I don't know.
Easy, baby boy, take it easy. When you wake up on your knees, bala, still easy.
But you look on your back, Kabakaganda. Era Onins and Gani Romutanda. Oyao, Zenielo, Oyao, you know, love me no wonder.
All right, Sasha, so what do we have for our number 2 music video?
Our number 2 video is Have You Forgotten, Radio Weasel and Caesar Man.
Wow, well, guys, check out Radio Weasel with Have You Forgotten.